Greg Triska. I'm part of JSG Consulting. You'll be hearing from Jason and Steve later in the presentation, but I'm going to start you guys out here. We got hired as business management consultants to explore the footwear industry. Just a little bit more about myself. I have a bachelor's in science from Indiana University in management. I also have my MBA from Elmhurst College with a specialization in finance. Lastly, my career experience. I have been in the finance and accounting field for the last 5 years. Therefore, I am the finance specialist on the team. And just a little bit about the footwear industry and the game that we are about to embark on. It was a 10-year competition starting in year 11 and it went through year 20. So whenever you do see the year numbers higher than 10, that is why. There were 7 competitors. 4 global markets to do business in: Europe, Africa, Latin America, North America, and lastly Asia Pacific. And the playing field was level to start, so there are no advantages or disadvantages for any of the companies. So I made sure that everything was going to be fair and the results were true. And then lastly, the scoring criteria that we were graded on were earnings per share, return on equity, stock price, credit rating, and lastly, but not least, image rating. Starting the game, we got assigned to Company D, which happened to be called Relevance, and some of the strategies that we really wanted to go after with Relevance were a high quality, high performance shoe. Because of the quality and the performance, we were willing to charge a premium price. We were really going after a niche market, hoping to differentiate ourselves from our competitors. We also thought that corporate citizenship was very important to the overall success of the company. We wanted to be viewed good public relations, recycled materials, stuff like that. Going green, that whole initiative. In addition, we wanted to produce for our shareholders, so it's very important to perform in the best interest of the shareholders. Little or no reliance on external debt. We really didn't want to get over our head into that, especially with the unstable markets that we were possibly facing. And then lastly, it was very important for us to invest in our workforce and plant. A happy employee is a better performing employee, so we knew that going into the game, so that was one of our main focuses. First year was year 11. We weren't really sure what to expect, but we had a revenue of over $237 million, 5th out of 7th. A little bit disappointing. Earnings per share $2.10, 6 out of 7. Return on equity 13.10, 6 out of 7. Stock price $20 less. Credit rating B, which was good in terms of our future and being able to loan money. And lastly, image rating 64. 5th out of 7. So obviously we were not too pleased with these numbers. However, we were more concerned about the long run, and we tried not getting frustrated, and we were again investing for the future. Year 11, as you can see, the arrow, it points to our circle, pretty good size circle for the internet segment, meaning we got a nice market share. As you can see, high end, kind of more than average models. And then, as you can see, the wholesale segment, the arrow points to it. Again, bigger than the internet segment, nice market share, high end, right in the middle for models. So we did have a nice market share. We just kind of needed to tweak some of the changes in order to improve our numbers. After viewing our numbers for year 11, we knew that we needed to adapt to the market. So our decision making. We knew what the market was offering. We needed to take what they were giving. We didn't need to force anything. Also, we needed to gradually move the company in a new direction. We didn't get the great results the first time, so it didn't need to be a big change. We just needed a little by little move over on the grid. And again, most importantly, we still needed to plan for long-term success. Year 12, which happened to be our second year, inflation was definitely a strong possibility, economic turmoil. So the markets were a little shaky and we weren't sure what to expect. We decided to keep our price constant, which people might have thought that we wanted to drop it, but instead of dropping the price, we decided to make a better quality shoe. So we were offering our customers a better shoe for the same price as the previous year. We also knew it was important to reduce our costs, so we reduced the number of models that we were offering, and we really thought this was going to help with our cost of goods sold as well as profitability. And then lastly, we knew that it didn't just happen inside the plant. We were going to have to do some things outside of the plant, as in advertising. We really wanted to put more than the market average in advertising in order to get our name out there and really attract more customers to our name. And as you can see, we are still the high-end shoe company, great market share for the internet segment, and then also for the wholesale segment. Not too much change from the previous year, still high-end, better than average models. So, we're happy that we're, on top of other competitors, but as you can see, it's a little bit clustered. So, we knew we needed to make a few changes, and we just needed to keep tweaking our strategies in order to best prepare ourselves for the upcoming years. Year 12, those numbers happen to be 251 million revenue, so we did increase over year 11. However, we're still in fifth. We are still last in stock price at $12.41. As you recall, in year 11, it was around $20. So, in regards to producing for the shareholders, we're a little disappointed that it dropped so much. We were happy, however, with the credit rating. B, third out of 7, and again, this really helped us borrow money through the bank at a lower rate than our competitors, which would help us with capital improvements, stuff like that. And then lastly, we did improve our image rating, although it was 5th out of 7. We knew where we can improve and make a bigger splash in the market. Frustration would probably be an understatement on what our JSG experienced after the first 2 years. We really thought we had a solid strategy. We were really optimistic about us deciding on doing the right things and how that would help our numbers. However, we just weren't getting the numbers. So we knew we needed to redefine strategy. We were also quite aware that it wasn't going to be a huge jump from year 12 to year 13. So we knew we needed to be patient, just get on the right track in order to gradually increase our numbers. And then they threw in a little twist. A year or two later, our company got transferred to Steve's Shoe Company, which was Company C. As I explained earlier, we were on Company D. We got a lucrative offer to analyze what was going on with Steve's Shoe Company, so we gladly accepted that, and Jason will take you on to that.